Hello, welcome to City Hydro. Today we're going to be talking about selling to the chef and to restaurants. When working with a restaurant and going to sell to a restaurant, never do a cold call. Always make an appointment first. Always try to contact the chef personally instead of the restaurant directly or via the hostess. A good way to find the chef's email address is via LinkedIn. Sending an email directly to the restaurant sometimes gets lost with the hostess, so you want to contact the chef directly. Set up your appointment for a Thursday afternoon. This gives the chef a good opportunity to play with your microgreens and to have a chance to use them on a Friday and Saturday night when the restaurant is very busy. When selling to a restaurant, make sure that you do a little bit of recon on the restaurant itself. You don't want to bring basil to an Hispanic or a Mexican restaurant, and you don't want to bring cilantro to an Italian restaurant. So always do a little bit of recon, and always make sure that you're bringing your sample tray, your white sample tray, to the restaurant full of 4 of the best looking microgreens in your grow operation. Here we have peas, parsley, radish, and leek, a nice mixture of microgreens for the restaurant. So when going to the restaurant, make sure that you're prepared. Bring your tray with your logo on the tray, so as everybody knows where your microgreens are coming from. Also make sure that you bring your price list. Make sure you bring a nice folder with you with your price list in it. You want it to be representative of your operation. We normally have about 24 microgreens on our price list. You can also find our price list in your training.zip file that you download. You also want to talk to the chef about the purity of our product, or your product. You want to make sure the chef is fully aware that you use no fertilizer, no pesticide, and that you grow in no soil, and that everything that you use is food grade plastic. When presenting to the chef, make sure that you pull up the microgreens and show the microgreens to the chef and how pure and white the roots are, and that everything comes to the chef living. You want to make sure the chef is fully aware that he's getting 100% utilization from the product. The coconut fiber that we use, how white the roots are, you also want to give the chef samples. The best thing to do is to cut off a little bit of the microgreens like this and hand it directly to the chef to try. After he's tried the radish microgreens, then cut over to maybe the parsley microgreens and cut a little bit off the parsley microgreens and handing that to the chef to try. The chef is going to be amazed at the flavor. So while you're doing this, you want to talk to the chef about the flavor of the microgreens, how much more flavor they have because we use no fertilizer and no pesticide in them. You want to talk about the nutritional value of the microgreens and how microgreens contain up to 40% more nutritional value than the adult plant. I found it best to set up your sales call for Thursday afternoon. Thursday afternoons are normally slow in the restaurant, and it gives the chef enough time to play with your microgreens on a Friday and Saturday night when he's busy, so he can see how they will work on the line for him. You want to make sure that the chef knows that this is a free sample that you're leaving with him. Most produce companies don't leave this much of a free sample for the chef to play with. Leaving the sample tray with the chef allows you a second sales call, allows you to come back to the restaurant to pick up the tray either on a Monday or Tuesday the following week and learn about what the chef liked about the microgreens and what he might not have liked about the microgreens. Sales is always about that second sales call. I can tell you, 90% of the time, I get a call back on a Friday afternoon from the chef, and he's ready to buy.